On today's episode, I'm gonna go back into last year and show you my favorite pedals of 2019. They're really good, I promise. If you're watching this, it's 2020, but you have a big problem. And that problem is every time you pull out your checkbook to write those wads of checks that you're writing every single day of your life, you're still putting 2019. And this episode is basically that. I'm still talking about 2019, the best pedals of 2019, because hindsight is 2020. Get it? And these are all my opinions. So put your knives away. Here we go. My first favorite pedal of 2020 is the fuzz category, and it is the Wren & Cuff de la Riva. This is a big muff circuit with a gajillion dip switches, 3 toggle switches. Now the math on this is really cool. With these dip switches, you have 1 million possible sonic combinations. That is actually the math. Then you add in the 3 toggles. You don't go to 2 million, you don't go to 3 million, you go to 8 million possible sounds. This has to win. It's my favorite fuzz of 2019. Talk about reverb because it's an important effect, and my favorite reverb of the year is the Walrus Slö, or as some people say, slow. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, it's really good. I'm a fan. It's packed full of features. It's not your typical calm, easygoing, normal reverb. It does some funky stuff, but I'm going to use it here because I enjoy it, and I think some of you should go check it out because you'll probably enjoy it too. The next category is auto-wah envelope filter, and it goes to Source Audio's Spectrum. Their stuff is bonkers. I'm a big fan. I've talked about their stuff a lot on the show, and this is an exceptional pedal. You can plug it into your computer and your app, all that technological stuff that I'm not that great at with pedals. I don't even mess with that. I'm just messing with what they give me here out of the box, and it's fantastic. And it's purple. There's not a lot of purple pedals, and some of you guys need to add some color. I've seen your boards. They're really boring. So purple, gold, just go for it. So, I'm going to play this. We're going to go to Funky Town right now. In the boost category, I have to go with the Guyatone cooler booster because honestly, it's super cute. Look at this, look how small. Look, compared to, like, I'm big and this is super small, but it is awesome. I think it's one of the best boosts out in a long time because it's really flexible. The tone control is nice. It will do light, almost gritty overdrive. It's hard to explain, but it's really great at brightening or sharpening up a tube amp, giving it a different flavor. And yeah, Guyatone's classic. So yeah, it wins the boost. There's also the little overdrive they put out as well. Aren't they nice? Look at that, so cute. Anyway, the boost. Let's boost some guitar. First place in the modulation category goes to the Terraform by Wampler Pedals. This came out around November, I think around Thanksgiving. I got it in, opened it up, right out of the box, found amazing sounds. And that is a big statement because I'm usually overwhelmed with pedals that have a lot of settings, MIDI, presets, all that stuff. But this immediately was easy to use for someone who's looking for simple controls, and it does have a lot of features like stereo in and out, MIDI, a lot of cool things that I may never use, but sonically, it's spot on. So many good modulation sounds. I love it, and it's way smaller than I thought it was. I remember seeing this announced around a year ago. I thought it was bigger, open it up, just blown away at the footprint, all the power that it has inside, all the sounds. Really cool. I love it. Modulation, #1, in my opinion, if that matters. Possibly the most important category because everybody needs to own 10 to 20 of these. It's overdrive, and I'm giving it to Earthquaker devices with the Plumes. This is a $99 pedal. Might I mention that? That's really wild. Made in Ohio. I love Jamie and Julie to death. And this thing sounds great. When it came out, it was marketed as a Tube Screamer style circuit, which it is, but I was highly surprised. When I plugged into it, it does amazing low gain sounds, and I don't hear the honky mid-range thing in a lot of the settings, which made me instantly really like it. I could see putting this on a board, no problem. It's great. Fantastic pedal, amazing price point. I know we covered modulation, and the Terraform that I showed has this sound in it, but I'm giving a spot to the effect of rotary because rotary is so hard to find, and Fender knocked it out of the park with the Pinwheel. I love this pedal. It has all the fixins, expression out, you can do left, right, mono, stereo, you got voicings for keyboards. It's nuts. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. It's fantastic rotary pedal, so if you're looking for that, and I get asked all the time, this I think is the best one of 2019. This next category I'm calling oddball because the effect is really strange and it really doesn't fit anywhere. I'm giving it to the Electro-Harmonix Attack Decay. This is a tape reverse simulator pedal. Now this is a vintage thing that they made for years. It got discontinued. They brought it back this year, and it's very, very cool, really unique, and very usable to people who are looking for strange textures and things that are very uncommon. Now, the only thing I would categorize this in is some kind of auto swell slow gear thing, but it's really not. That's the category I'd have to put it in, but it does so many strange things and you have to play to it. And yeah, it's made to simulate tape running in reverse, which is very specific. So I'm going to play a clip here with all the clean of my guitar completely removed, so you're hearing it swell in and out. Has some dirt and weird harmonic content on it. It's really fantastic, and some of you guys need this right now. Like, go ahead and buy it right now. Next up is the category of octave or pitch, and it goes to Meris with the Hedra. This thing's amazing. There's not a typical, boring, normal sound in this entire pedal, and that goes for most of everything that they do. This is really great if you're just trying to be creative, add it to some fuzz and distortion. It's an exceptional pedal, and it's really, really out of the box. Next category is amp in a box. So a pedal that sounds like an amplifier, meaning you got a Fender Twin, you want it to sound like something else, you buy that pedal. This one's really cool. It's by Aclam, and it is the Dr. Robert. And this simulates an extremely rare Vox amp that the Beatles used on Sgt. Pepper and Revolver. And it's really great, really, really unique. And it is the actual circuit of that amp in a pedal. Yeah. It's fantastic, amazing graphics, really cool enclosure. They make a custom pedal board system that's cool, and that's what these are. You can integrate it in. But this is great. It's a very different kind of distortion. I feel like it's very dry and cutting, really, really useful, and definitely not in the wheelhouse of your typical overdrives. And it didn't take me a lot to get acclimated to it. Last but never, ever least is the category of delay. If you remember from the What's the Deal with Wazacraft episode, I commissioned Boss to reissue the DD5. Did they do it? Not really, but kind of. I don't think it had anything to do with this, but they put out a DD3 tap tempo. The DD3T. This is that classic DD3 that's been around for decades, and it has tap tempo ability with that same tap out jack of the DD5. And the reason I love the DD5 so much is because it's simple. And this is just extremely easy to use. It does what it does, no frills. You can't find a bad sound in it. I'm really happy. Boss is killing it lately. And I just love this pedal. I love it so much. It's a great pedal. I love this pedal. Here are the honorable mentions for 2019. I'm gonna show 3 of mine that I'm really proud of. You be the judge. I don't know, you probably already are. I'm proud of the Clover. We put it out in January. It's a preamp, great for electric guitar. It's what it's designed for, but you can use it for bass and acoustic. It has a DI out, really cool. The Cheese Ball, which is my take on the old Big Cheese Fuzz, really cool. And then the most recent release, the Colorbox V2. Really, really proud of those. Enough about me. Let's get to the other honorable mentions. I'm gonna bring up Boss again in that delay category. It was hard. I wanted to do the DD200 because it's crazy. It does tons of stuff, but man, I like a simple pedal, but both of these are really, really nice. Also in that delay category, the Eventide Rose. I showed this in one of the very early episodes. I had a version of this, I think late 2018, but they finally got it out in 2019. It's cool, go watch the videos on that. In the overdrive category, honorable mention would be the Conspiracy Theory by Way Huge. It is a very small, compact, and affordable Klon Centaur replica. In the octave category, I think the honorable mention needs to go to the Fuzzrocious knob Jawn. Not jaw, Jawn. Big knob, 2 different styles of octave. It's weird, it's crazy, it's an honorable mention. In the boost category is the Danelectro The Breakdown. This is based off an old Univox boost that Jimmy Page used on some of the Zeppelin records. Really, really great. It's relicked. It's fun, you know, it's already beat up. You can throw it around. Also in the delay category, I forgot about it, it's the Alexander Radical delay. Look at the graphics, stare at it. In the modulation category, Philippe with the Somersault Caroline Guitar Company. Great pedal. I like that it's a little out of the box. It does the classic sounds, but it kind of forces you into something you didn't know you wanted, and that's good in a pedal. Phaser. I didn't want to give it its own category because we already had 2 modulation style pedals, but I give it to the Lillian by Walrus. It's a good looking pedal, sounds great. I think it's about as good as a phaser can get. And I don't mean that in like a negative way. I mean, it's a really good phaser. People put out phasers all the time, and this is really nice. I like how slow it goes. That's a very unusual feature. That's a very unusual feature. And the runner-up in the fuzz category has to go to this guy, the Keeley Fuzz Bender. It's awesome. Super simple, not a bad sound in it. It's not as tweakable or crazy as the Wren and Cuff, but it's awesome. It's like a weird hybrid of fuzz face, tone bender, everything. It's really crazy, and I love it. Today's record time is brought to you by the year 2019. What a year it is. What a year it was. It was a good year, lots of good music, tough choices to make here, but my favorite record of 2019 is the Japanese house Good at Falling. I've shown this on a previous episode. I've talked about her on episodes before that. I'm a huge fan. Amber's amazing, and this is her first full-length record that came out. My favorite Japanese house song ever is Maybe You're the Reason, track 2. So definitely check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. And then my runner-up for 2019 is Bon Iver, I, or I, or Bon Iver. I don't know. His name's complicated. I don't even know what his albums are called, but gosh darn it, I love his music. So in the comments, let me know what you think about these, and let me know what your favorite album or albums of 2019 were. Thanks so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon to get notifications of all the future episodes every Friday. There is the JHSshow.com for shirts, posters, and other cool stuff pertaining to the show. And if you would like to be a supporter of what we do, there's a link down below. You can give $5 and become a Patreon member of the JHS Show, and you get discounts, exclusive giveaways, and you get a sneak peek at the episode that's coming. That's all I have for you. Bye-bye.